vote here in California. Voters have decided to legalize recreational marijuana. Prop 64 passed with 56% of the votes. But what does that mean for the average person here in California? Here's what KPIX5's Wilson Walker found out.
If you are 21 years old and among the 9% of Californians who regularly smoke marijuana, well, congratulations, because it will be absolutely 100% legal under California law to get stoned.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Weed News at 420. I'm Lance Storm, and in this episode I'm going to show you a few clips about California's Prop 64 recreational marijuana, which is now legal. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook and you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, now's your chance. You should totally hit the red button. California's vote just locked in the whole West Coast as a 420 friendly recreational area. If you have any thoughts or comments on how Prop 64 affects you, if it's a good thing or a bad thing, leave them in the comment section down below. Let us know what you're thinking and I'll try to get back to you. I read every comment. What else am I supposed to do with my time?
Only problem, you won't have any legal way to get that weed because the state doesn't have to have a system for licensing recreational sales until January 1st of 2018. Now, state lawmakers could speed that up, perhaps allowing for sales by next summer, but no guarantees. They'll truly be making this up as they go along. As for these 6 plants Prop 64 allows you to grow, well, you could technically put those in the dirt right now, but someone who legally has the seeds would theoretically have to give them to you. And finally, our current medical marijuana system effectively remains in place for now, along with current limitations on where you can smoke, i.e. not in public, a restaurant, or on school property. Remember, this is uncharted territory, and Prop 64 is in many respects pretty vague about what really happens next. So the discussion and the debate over what legality should look like will simply blaze on.
Prop 64 seems like it could be a really good thing. Even if it isn't fully figured out just yet, you got to get involved with the discussion so that you can make sure that they get on board and do something that is going to be beneficial for you, the public. Remember, the state's going to get what they need and want, so make sure that you get your rights taken care of.
Familiar with these signs at work, places where you can't smoke, or in this case, places where you cannot. We did talk to a local attorney who broke down the new law, and just because marijuana is now legal, he says it doesn't mean you can get high at work. Dante Pride is a San Diego attorney specializing in employment law. He says he often gets calls like this.
Tested positive for marijuana, or THC, I should say, and I've been terminated. Can you help me?
His response is always the same.
I'm sorry, but the courts have already spoken. Employers do not have to accommodate your use of marijuana in the workplace.
Now that Proposition 64, as expected, passed in California, legalizing the recreational use of marijuana, Pride says when it comes to the workplace, nothing has changed.
Either way, it's still illegal under federal law, and so that's kind of what companies and the California courts are leaning back on.
He says the courts have upheld an employer's right to refuse to hire an applicant who tests positive for pot in a pre-employment drug screen, or even fire workers who failed a drug test, even when the drug was being used legally under previous law for medicinal purposes. Although recreational smoking may now be legal, he says you put your job at risk if you're ever caught under the influence at work.
Congratulations, California. I'll be covering more about Prop 64 as time goes along. That about does it for today's episode. If you like what you've seen, leave a message in the comment section down below the video. And as always, make sure you share this with your friends and stay beautiful, people. Have a wonderful day.